Good afternoon, everybody. Today I'm over at Savoy Mountain State Forest in just on the town line of Florida and Savoy, Massachusetts. Yes, Massachusetts has a town called Florida. If you haven't seen my earlier videos here. But I got myself a little bit of a situation this trip. So this is a continuation of the fun from the last trip there, where I was having problems with the brakes and everything else. This tire is still having problems. I brought it over to a tire shop and had them repatch it, but it seemed to work after they were done, but it's leaking again. And now I'm 3 hours away from the home base with a leaking tire and a spare tire that has a lot of dry rot on it. Always check your spares and make sure they're okay. I didn't do that. So now I've got to make a decision. Do I attempt to drive home on a tire that's got a fairly significant leak going on it, which may or may not get worse along the drive, and certainly will mean I'll have to stop every 20 to 30 minutes to pump it back up? Or do I put the spare on it and hope that the tire holds out and doesn't have any problems with the dry rot? Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be a fun one. So, anyway, I just got here last night, but the tire problems all kind of screwed my whole day up, because I had to bring it over and have it checked out before I left. So I didn't get on the road until after 3. And it's a good 3-hour drive to get over here. So that didn't go quite as well as I was hoping it would. So I'd end up not shooting any video. I got here just as the sunset. It was setting and it was getting dark, so I didn't even really set up camp or anything. I just hung out in the van, made something simple for dinner, and just relaxed for the night. And got up this morning and set all the stuff up and dealt with the tire. But yeah, it was down to 22 psi when I woke up this morning, and per the recommendations on the side of the van, it's supposed to be up at 80. I've been bringing it up to 60, but I've already pumped it up 3 times today. So we'll show you the pumping. I'm pumping everything I'm using a little bit later, but I'm monitoring it right now. I pumped it back up to 60 psi at 3:30, and now I'm going to go for a hike, and when I come back I'm going to check it again. But yeah, this is turning out to be more of an adventure than I expected. So yeah, this is my first time actually getting out of the campsite too. I'm only here for 2 nights, so I was hoping to have a lot more hiking time and stuff instead of worrying about my tire. As soon as the tire had a leak, I should have probably just canceled the trip, and I didn't. And I got myself into this situation. Now I got to get myself out of it. And it looks like I'm getting a couple of new tires for the van after this. Couple of Falcons. Nice all-terrain tires for the van coming up. But not much to do here, so let's go for a little hike anyway. It's not the hike I wanted to go for, but let's get out for a little hike. So I think today's adventure is going to be South Pond Loop. South Pond Loop. I've done North Pond Loop before. Been years, but I've done it before. I don't even know if I ever did it on YouTube, but I have done it. I think I'm going to do South Pond Loop today. Just to see where this goes. Apparently there's some views of the other smaller pond, South Pond, that you can see along this trail, so why not? Let's see where it takes me. Followed South Pond Loop to Tyler Pond Loop, and it brings us to a gate in the main road here. So I can go that way and head back to the campground, or I can go this way where the trail actually goes back around and into the woods. So I think I'm going to do that. Might be something interesting to see. So far nothing much, but might be something here, so let's keep going. So I guess this is the other side of Tyler Swamp Trail. Not so sure if I really want to go this way. It's very swampy. Swampy and overgrown. Let's see, I'll take a peek up here a ways, see what the trail's like. But it doesn't feel very welcoming to me at all. Nope. This does not seem to be what I wanted. No, I decided I'm not going to do that trail. Yeah, I did find where the trail went, but it was so overgrown. I really don't feel like bringing home a tick collection, so so I'm going to pass on that one. I'm going to go up this road just a little bit further up here. There's another trailhead that goes that direction. I want to kind of go check out, see what the trail looks like. If it looks like it's a good trail, maybe I'll follow it. It brings me up up near Bog Pond again. Then I can take Bog Pond Trail back instead. That's a nice hike too, so we'll see. Yeah, they definitely need to do some work on their trails here, because this is where that trail's supposed to be, is right here. I'm not seeing it. I think this might be it. But guess what? I'm going to walk the road back to the campsite instead. The heck with it. These trails are unfollowable. I'm going to stop and look at the, go to the ranger station there and look at the map out there and see if any of these trails even show up on the official map, or if they just show up on Gaia. Because I'm not finding these trails. They don't seem to exist. So yeah, they show the Tyler Pond Loop here, but it's a little different here though from the one I saw. So maybe there was a turn I should have taken. I didn't see it though. It goes back this way. Oh well, I don't know. Trails are different from what the map shows. Alright, I'm heading back to the campsite. I'm back. 3 1/4 miles of hiking. Nothing really exciting to see though. So, I don't know. Alright, let's see. It's been an hour and a half now. So let's see what the tie is at. $42. So it went from 60 to 42 in an hour and a half. That's not good. That's definitely not good. We'll have to deal with that. Okay, so tonight's dinner may not look very interesting, but it's an experiment. So I took my traditional potato bake that I've been making the last few few trips here, and I made it a cheeseburger potato bake. So it's got the potato chunks in it, cooked in butter, cooked on the fire pit for about a half an hour. And while that was cooking, I cooked up some bacon and some hamburger on a skillet. And when I took the potatoes off the heat to mix in the cheese and the other stuff, which actually included an egg again, because that's been working out so well, added the egg, added some barbecue sauce to it, added the hamburger and the bacon to it. So should be interesting. I'm not sure how this came out yet. But before we get to that, I got another root beer review. So today we've got Red Arrow root beer. Another one from the Orca Beverage Company. Orca Beverage Incorporated out of Washington. Let's see, ingredients: carbonated water, pure cane sugar, good. Natural and artificial flavors, I'd prefer just all natural. Caramel color, phosphoric acid, extract of wintergreen and licorice. Now that sounds interesting. And sodium benzoate, preservative again. So, let's give it a try. Okay, mist coming out of it. Smells good. Yeah, still lacking a head again. Hard to find a good root beer with a good head on it. Let's put that there where you can see it. Nice color, lots of carbonation to it. Smells good. Definitely tasting the licorice and wintergreen, but outside of that, the flavor's a little on the weak side. It doesn't have that bite to it that I like. So it's okay. It's a decent root beer. It's not going to be, I'm not going to say it's one of the best ones, but it's definitely not one of the worst either. It's actually pretty good. Not going to go down as one of my favorites, but not bad. Alright, so that's the root beer. Now let's try this dinner out. Not bad. A little on the dry side. I may have overcooked the potatoes a little bit. Kind of dry. But not bad. Might need a little ketchup. You know what? Yeah. Hold on. I mean, after all, it's a cheeseburger potato bake. You put ketchup on burgers. Of course, tomatoes and pickles would be nice too. I don't have those with me. Let's see. That works. Yeah, not bad. This will be a good dinner. Needs a little work first though before I can put it up on the website, but I'm going to work on this recipe. You'll see it again. And when I think I've got it right, you'll see the whole thing start to finish. Alright, I'm going to have my dinner, and I'll talk to you guys soon. This is what my drive home today is going to be like. Every 20 to 30 minutes I gotta stop and pump that tire up and hope that it gets home. So I've got two options here. I've got the slow leaking tire, which isn't that slow of a leak. It's leaking probably about 6 to 10 psi per hour. Or I've got the very dry rotted spare tire, which I don't really trust either. So I'm going to go as far as I can on the slow leaking tire. 20 to 30 minutes, every 20 to 30 minutes I got to stop, pump it up, and hope it gets me to the at least to the Hamxposition today. So I got a night of parking lot camping before I get back to the home base. It's on the way practically, but I'm going to plot a route that's not taking any highways. So I mean most of it's Route 2 anyway, but there is the GPS wants to take me on a short stint on 495, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to take an alternate path along there. And yeah, I'm not thrilled about this, but it is what it is. So we're gonna limp our way back, and then I'm spending a bunch of money on tires. Let's hope that I can get myself back without any major incidents here. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm just pumping it back up to 70 every stop, or at least as far as this little pump will get me. This pump is awesome, by the way. I just bought this on Amazon. 33 bucks. I have a link in the just the first pinned comment for it. 33 bucks. And it can pump the tire. My initial test in the driveway, the tire was down at 32 psi. Yeah, I was having problems before I left. I should have replaced the tire then, but I brought it to the shop, had them patch it, and unfortunately the patch failed. So I should have just replaced it then, but that little pump is all. I tested in the driveway. The tire was at 32 psi, and I brought it up to 70 psi in less than 15 minutes with it. So the 33 bucks on Amazon is pretty amazing. So like I said, there's a link in the first comment, the pinned comment here. Check it out. It's an awesome little pump. I highly recommend it. I'm an hour into the journey now. Stopped at Home Depot here over in Greenfield, Mass. Bought myself a can of slime. So we got that. I'm not using it unless I absolutely have to, because that stuff can make it harder for the technician to replace the tire. And I'm going to replace tires as soon as I get back home again, back to the home base. So tire did alright though. About an hour in, it was down to about 52 psi by the time I got here. I could have gone a little bit further if I needed. So not too bad. I stopped a whole bunch of times and checked it with the tire pressure gauge, and I was watching it slowly drop. So refilling it now, and yeah, the pump is noisy. Not as noisy as some though. It's actually a fairly quiet pump considering how well it's working. And on the other side of the van, you can't even hear it really. Yeah, the engine's running, keeping the batteries all charged up while I'm running that, so I'll get a good charge going into the batteries at the same time, so not putting any stress on the house batteries this way. But yeah, got a ways to go yet, but the tire's doing alright, but I got the slime if I need it. I got the dry rotted spare if I need it. We'll see what happens. Alright, making another stop to pump up the tire. Kind of a noisy area here. You got somebody with a leaf blower, a motorcycle. I found a little quiet shopping center in Athol. So this place seems to be all closed down. There's a Hobby Lobby and a movie theater down that side, but on this side it's just a totally empty lot. So I'm just getting the tire pumped up again. It was down to 55, so bring it back up to 70. Then I'll get back on Route 2 and continue my trek. So I got about another 60 miles to go yet. I do not like the sun. As you can see, I made it to the Northeast Hamxposition just fine. Tire is low. I don't know how well you can see it there, but I got it. I got it on the jack stand right now, or not a jack stand, but a bottle jack, just to keep it off the ground here. Did a walk through the flea market, haven't bought anything yet. When I came back to the van, I found this hanging off the door here. Somebody knows I've got a weakness for Tate's cookies. I have no idea who left this. Oh boy. But okay. Right now, this I don't do well in the heat, and the whole flea market is just out in the sun out there. The flea market's that way, just in the sun. Can't escape it. So I had to come back to the van for a cold drink and some shade. I'm walking towards the van, I see that bag hanging off the side of it, saying, what the heck is that? It was a long day dealing with all the stops, pump up the tire, the drive home, the heat from the sun, the crowds, social interactions, everything else. I was exhausted by the time I was done with all this. So I ended up not shooting any more video for the remainder of this trip. But I did make it back home safely, just a couple more stops on the way. And I got back, I got new tires. You'll just have to come back in the next one to see what I ended up actually getting. And yes, I did find out who gave me the cookies. Thank you, Eric. With that, remember, slow down, enjoy life, and always be kind. Happy 2026, everybody.